The DC president steps down, a new Star Wars film is added to the slate, and Jake Gyllenhaal teams with the Extraction director for the new film.
What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Freeze Frame, brought to you by Strictly Casual, the show where we stop to take a moment to discuss all the heavily talked about news of the week, having to do with movies, TV, streaming, and pop culture. I'm one of your hosts, Vincent DeSantis, joined today by the one and only Ryder Maldonado. Welcome to episode 85. Guys, give us a review. Let us know what you think on audio platforms. It helps us out a bunch. Hop in the Discord to stay up to date and join our community. We got TikTok for quick updates, news, anything, and news on pop culture. We got Instagram and Twitter to stay connected with us as well. And you can check out the latest videos on our YouTube channel. Ryder, how you doing?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real bamboozled this morning. I'll tell you what.
Why?
We
Why
hopped
bamboozled?
on, and I tell you what, I was so tired that I thought I saw a Ant-Man trailer, but it was from a fake Marvel Studios account that looks so real. You know, it's those ones where they have the circle badge instead of a checkmark badge. Yeah, so I feel real bamboozled and real defeated, but you know what?
I just instant mute all those. Like,
yeah,
all those retweets and stuff that I get on my timeline, it says you've muted this account. I'm like, good, and I just keep scrolling. If I really wanted to see it, I can click view.
That's good.
Thing.
But it's a sad times, but doing good. Early morning.
Good. What's the quote of the week last week?
Let's see. The last one stars Bilbo Baggins because of the theme of Rings of Power. If you guys got it, we have it in the Discord, so you guys can hop in. It's
the quote was. Do you want me? I'll say the quote is not all those who wander are lost. That was Bilbo Baggins.
Isn't the theme of Rings of Power? They've just finished, so might as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have some fun kind of new format, of course, like always. Like we're getting a second week of trying it out, so let's go ahead and get into it if you want to start in.
Yeah, let's jump into the first piece of major news today, and that is DC Films president Walter Hamada has left the building. This comes from Variety, I believe. He turned down a producing deal to make a clean break as the search for DC's Kevin Feige continues. What a weird statement. Like 10 years ago, would we have this statement? Isn't that weird?
No.
Well, I guess 15 years now.
Yeah, but putting so much pressure on even Kevin Feige. It's like, what am I? I'm just a producer. Yeah. President now, but yeah.
Yeah. After 15 years at Warner Bros. And 4 as the president of DC Films, Walter Hamada has finally left the Burbank, CA lot. Sources tell Deadline the exec is waiting for the senior Warner Bros. Discovery brass to finalize his exit payout. Hamada has run DC since 2018, so only 4 years, and re-upped in January 2021 with a contract that was supposed to take him through 2023. Hamada will be the 5th Warner Bros. Motion Picture studio executive to leave since David Zaslav took the reins from the newly merged Warner Bros. Discovery, following Warner Brothers Motion Picture Group's chairman, Toby Emmerich, president of production and development, Courtney Valentini, motion picture COO Carolyn Blackwood, and animation group EVP Allison Abate. All that is saying that he's there. That was like a succession line of
He's like,
people.
do you want to like run this? Do you want to run? Like we're doing something new, and everyone's like, I don't know if I can do this. Like there's a lot.
Right. What else do we have here?
Even Hamada knew his days were numbered, and that this would be the outcome even before he met with Zaslav, who has been very transparent in his desire to bring an executive like Marvel chief Kevin Feige to run DC across all mediums. Zaslav recently courted former Warner Development exec and Lego movie producer Dan Lin for the post, which we actually talked about a couple of weeks back, and former Fox chief Emma Watts has long loomed as a possible head. Man, it just seems like if people are like saying like no, it's almost like I can understand how stressful, and again the pressure to like, okay, you want me to like take us in a new direction, and I wonder if they're throwing around the Kevin Feige name in the company.
Yeah, I have like 3 big thoughts here. My number one is that how flattering to Kevin Feige that another company wants like not just imitate what he's like put in, but they want like a Kevin Feige type face as well. I think 2, I think they're too late. And not to say that they're too late to get off the ground for making movies. The direction that you need, like DC Films is trying to, from this article and many other articles that we've read, their idea is the only way to succeed is to have one person at the helm making all those decisions and stuff. When I think we're seeing right now, in my opinion, that Kevin Feige's too spread thin with all of his projects, and now we're not getting as like high quality projects, in my opinion. Uh, and so like, do they really want to imitate that? I don't know. I don't know. DC films, they're just seeing something that works and then wanting to jump on that. When I believe that DC can make their own path in making very successful things as well. Like I don't think they need a one person show to run it all.
Yeah, put a whole team, right? Like I'm surprised that there are so many executives that don't feel like they're confident enough or that they're well knowledge enough in the DC comics to say, okay, I think I know what characters we can bring and what the DC movies need. Like what does the audience want? Like it seems like The Rock lately has been kind of the most vocal person out there of like, listen, I went up to the offices and I said, do what the fans want. And it's like, okay, if you're getting stuff done, I mean, like, you know, are they just? It's hard. I'm sure, but
and it's Rock lingo. You know, it's the Rock. It's the Rock saying what the
I'm
Rock
sure there's
wants. He's
more
saying what the people
specifics,
want to hear, for sure.
Yeah, because I'm sure it wasn't just solely him, but I think because his production company, $7, had a say in Black Adam. I think that he was like, okay, I can make some more executive calls here, like with what I want, with my movie, essentially. You know what I mean? It's not just
I'm sure
DC now, because I'm sure you've heard the news of different stuff in Black Adam. I don't want to spoil.
Oh yeah, it's all spoiled already.
Yeah,
it's
okay.
Pointless. Pointless.
Okay, well
there's
that's
no
what
deal sign that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, spoilers for Black Adam. If you're on the internet at all, you know. If you don't want any spoilers for Black Adam, just you know.
Look, I haven't said anything, so you know you haven't been spoiled yet.
I feel like we can say it's everywhere. You don't even have to be a fan to like know.
Okay, well, spoilers. Okay, so I'll say it too, just so it's off my conscience. Superman is returning, and it's like in what capacity? Who knows? But
no, and that's the thing. I mean, people were looking. He doesn't even have a contract live with DC right now.
Yeah,
he just came back and did this. It's the same thing he did in like Shazam. It was so dumb. They didn't. It wasn't even him. It wasn't even Henry Cavill. It was like it's a shot with just the chest. And then what happened? I didn't see Aquaman. Wait, what was the
Aquaman was the same? No, Peacemaker was the same kind of capacity where they had the Justice League show up, but it was Aquaman and Ezra Miller as Flash, and you know Jason Momoa as Aquaman.
But they're all blacked out, right? You can't actually.
Well, them two show up, but then you also see Batman and Superman, but they were like had shadows casted on them. You know, like Ben Affleck wasn't there and Henry wasn't there, but all of the Justice League was there. You know what I mean?
It's just silly, dude. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me.
So if The Rock is able to say, Henry, like we're putting you in this movie, and like, I mean, The Rock had talked to about some of the leadership didn't even want Henry Cavill. Like he said, previous leadership said no to this, but now that there's again David Zaslav and with what they're trying to do, now they're like, yeah, bring Henry back. This is sure.
We'll have to wait and see. I don't know. It's hard to like. I'm not.
And you know, talking with my buddy Peyton, with some of these movies that are getting early screenings and kind of like what their plan is with even canceling Batgirl, dude, it gets even more confusing. I always forget to talk to you about some other stuff, but dude, trust me,
it's crazy.
This is just surface level. The bottom of the iceberg is like, oh man, such a deep cluster.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Cluster F of stuff. But hey, I wish them the best. Keep searching, Zaslav. You'll find them.
Yeah, there's some good DC stories that I'd love to be told. I think I want Matt Reeves to do Court of Owls as his next.
Oh God, that'd be amazing. That'd be the best.
That's all I really care about. I don't really care about anything else happening in DC right now. Yeah,
very like a political drama. Oh man, that'd be awesome.
I think it'd be great. I think that's right in the area that Matt Reeves is his
forte.
Executing in. Yeah. Okay. Ryder, you're gonna intro this.
Okay, here we go.
Clip. Okay. In 3, 2, 1.
Oscar award-winning director Shamin Obaid-Chinoy is attached to direct a brand new Star Wars film, with also the producer of Lost, Damon Lindelof, confirmed to be writing and producing this film. We have some articles here. We have an article here from Hollywood Reporter getting into the details. Vince, what we got?
Lindelof's involvement in a Star Wars feature has long been rumored, along with Ms. Marvel. Director Obaid-Chinoy's involvement in a new development first reported Sunday night by Deadline. Reps for Lucasfilm and Obaid-Chinoy were not available for comment. It is not known who Lindelof is working on the script with. There's some crazy names in this.
Yeah. It's very early stages, of course, like we know, but Kathleen is, they're trying to build a roster for films now.
So where did this come from? This is a rumor, but what is the rumor based on? Like, how did this come out? How is this public news?
Well, apparently there's been like talks of a secret Star Wars film now. Like, like they were like, okay, we got Taika's and Ryan Johnson's. There was another one apparently going in, which this is the first I'm hearing of it. And so
Sure.
I guess we
Yeah,
just
but do we
didn't
know how it came to light? Like, did Deadline just dig in and find out that these two people were attached?
Well, yeah, I think I think Kathleen was talking in an interview and she was talking. Yeah, I honestly feel like it came out of nowhere.
Got it.
That's
Very interesting.
We have you also at this point. Lindelof rose to prominence. Of course, he did Lost and The Leftovers and Watchmen. It says the features he has written multiple Star Trek films as well as Universal's The Hunt. Interesting. Yeah, and Obey Chinoy is already in the Disney fold as a helmer of Marvel and Disney Plus's Miss Marvel. Before the MCU, she came up as a documentarian, becoming the first Pakistani-born filmmaker winning an Oscar. So that's pretty crazy.
That's pretty awesome.
She has a huge roster behind her.
What could this possibly be? Right.
Man, I don't know at this point because there was another quote talking about Ryan Johnson. He still wants to do a trilogy, schedule permitting, like the whole thing. So
schedule permitting, is that what he said?
Yeah, something like that. Where it's like we're just trying to figure out a schedule. Like
weird.
Yeah.
Because the other films that we have in the pipeline right now is we have a film produced by Marvel Studios' Kevin Feige, written by Loki's Michael Waldron. We just can't get Kevin's name out of the doc. Every week he's in here. Damn it. It's like, what is, like, okay, so Kevin Feige's doing a Star Wars project. Good for him. Why not? And then we have Taika Waititi's film was officially announced, and he's directing the project in May 2020. Wait, he was announced as directing it in May 2020. With 1970 writer Christy Wilson Carnes penning the script. So those are the confirmed ones with Ryan Johnson's trilogy, I guess, still happening. Yeah. We don't know when or where or what time period, but with all of these, I just want High Republic so badly. I want to see the High Republic like on screen.
Honestly, yeah. I think that's what a lot of people are talking about.
Yeah, there's so much story there to talk about. Man, it doesn't even have to follow the books which are coming out. Because right now there's 3 mainline books plus like 2 young adult novels, like 5 comics and a manga, like all in a time period. Yeah. And that's just phase 1. They're doing 3 phases of that. They're on the 2nd phase of that right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like there's so much content to go through for that.
Oh yeah, 100%. Last we know of Star Wars, Bob Iger said, "Listen, it's a little too much, too fast." So that's why they shifted the focus to shows and streaming, which is why we've seen some good and some bad with Star Wars on Disney Plus. But I think it's cool to see that it's like, okay, they're planning for the long haul, like 5-10 years from now, and they're cooking up some stuff. But I guess time will tell what these are.
Besides like Pixar, Star Wars, and Marvel, I think it's time for Disney to like have another flagship
IP
series
and
or
stuff.
IP or something, because they will burn these out. We've already seen that burnout start in areas. Not that they can't bring that back and have it full-fledged glory again, but I think they do need that new IP to share some time with.
Dude, yeah.
For sure.
You can dive into a whole rabbit hole of how that deals with the parks and merchandising.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
That's all for another day. But I'm with you. We need something new. If you got an idea, let's start pitching it.
I can't complain about more Star Wars because, man, I love Star Wars. But yeah.
You never have too much.
Well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see in the coming years. The answer to that is to that one.
Well, there you have it. That's it.
But we also have, so the idea that Bob Iger was kind of like told everybody to like pump the brakes a little bit on Star Wars was after Solo.
He was able to figure it out.
Because it's the first Star Wars movie to lose money, which is interesting. I wonder if they lose as much money. Here's a good question too. When a Star Wars show comes out, do you think Disney Plus gets more subscribers when it happens? Or do they just say they're not losing money because they're already making a lot of money on the service? So they're like, okay, we're just pulling this much money to make a Star Wars show, or pulling this much instead of like losing money.
Yeah, what are those quarterly stats looking like? Are they on the up and up, or is it just
it's
static?
Interesting. I mean, we see with Endor right now, it's like nobody's watching it. Well, that's not true.
But like it doesn't seem like there's
in comparison to like Mandalorian season 2 or whatever, which had the highest peak viewership. It's crazy. It's crazy. And Andor is so much better. I watched the Heist episode last night. Oh. Damn, it was good.
Go watch Andor, everybody. You need it in your life.
Yeah, it's really, really good. Good stuff. Okay. That's
good.
that, guys. Thank you so much for watching this clip. You can go on audio platforms, type in freeze frame anywhere you listen to podcasts. It'll be a little yellow box. It'll say freeze frame. Check out all the audio podcasts right there for free. If you want to watch the entire video podcast, you can go on youtube.com/strictlycasual, become a member right there. And you can have all of our video podcasts available for freeze frame and checkpoint. It's a lot of content right there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace out. I didn't stop recording, so there's an awkward part where I go,
It's okay.
and then I end the recording.
So I was like, I
That's
was so
okay.
used to you closing out. I was like,
On YouTube, I can just do the chop.
okay,
the chop
cool.
at the end.
Okay, well, moving on. This is kind of a cool one. 300, the writer from 300, Kurt Johnstad, is going to be writing Prophet, a new film starring Jake Gyllenhaal. This is an adaptation of the Deadpool co-creator Rob Liefeld's comic. So that's a little bit. It took me a while to kind of figure out what that was. Another comic from him. And it's being helmed by the director of Extraction, Sam
What's the comic?
Hargrave. So I had no idea what it was. Luckily, this article from Hollywood Reporter talks about the breakdown. Honestly, I'm just going to say it off the bat. Sounds like Captain America. But it's kind of cool. Anyways.
Okay, I have two questions before we get into two questions. Is this, like, what is the name of, is it called Prophet?
I think it's called
That's the
Prophet.
comic?
Yeah, I believe so.
And then, is this in a universe, or is this a separate thing? Is this like a Dark Horse comic or
it's
something
its own separate thing. Let's see. If I look up, like, Prophet Rob Liefeld, yeah, it's its own comic from him, though. But yeah, the graphics look pretty cool. It is more of a comic, I'd say. Oh, but you know what? Right here, it looks like he's teamed up with Cable. Never mind, it might be Marvel. I didn't know it was Marvel, but it's not going to be in the Marvel universe. It's like a whole. They're just making their own movie. It's not.
It's Cable? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of comics here. Like I'm looking at covers of just him solo, but there are a couple where he teams with Cable.
Well,
the character
from cool art. Yeah.
So getting into some details here from Hollywood Reporter. The character is a man out of time. The man out of time idea paired with a super soldier serum concept. It was introduced by Liefeld in the pages of Youngblood, his creator-owned comic he wrote and drew after famously leaving Marvel in the early 1990s. The character was then spun off into his own book. So I guess there is a relationship with Marvel, but then he made it his own thing.
Sure.
Comic focused on John Prophet, a man conscripted by Germans near the end of World War II and subjected to scientific experiments that gave him superhuman strength. In the revival of the comic in the 2010s, the story was thrust 10,000 years into the future, which I guess makes sense for the cover art now. Looks so futuristic. Studio It's Project Prophet is a man who volunteers for a German experiment near the end of World War II in order to feed his family. A bombing buries him alive and traps him underground for 20 years. He reawakens in 1965 to a world that has moved on without him. Okay, well that's
so that is Captain America.
yeah, kind of Captain America concept, but yeah,
Captain German now. Yeah, that's what this is gonna be.
I see it very action packed because of Sam being such amazing stunt guy first, and then a director now, and then of course Jake Gyllenhaal. He goes all in. I mean, now he's doing Roadhouse, right? I think Roadhouse is the name of that movie.
Is he?
The classic Patrick Swayze. Yeah, Jake
is redoing it.
He's redoing it. Yeah, that's in the works right now.
Oh. Very
He's doing all kinds of stuff.
And Extraction has great action, so we can count on that. It was a pretty forgettable movie for me, but like the action was pretty awesome. So
yeah,
cool.
I put this because I was like, okay, something a little different. I had no idea it was connected to Marvel. I thought it was just like its own like graphic novel thing.
Oh no, yeah,
but still, hey, kind of cool. I put here
Johnstad written. Sorry, go for it.
No, you're good. Yeah, I was like, man, it's cool when there's like good concept art, like we saw with the Berserker too, right? With Keanu Reeves. I want more graphic novels coming to life if they have good stories that want to be told. But
so, Kurt Johnstad has done 300 Rise of an Empire, Atomic Blonde.
Okay.
He did Act of Valor, and he's doing Snyder's Rebel Moon.
Oh dang, that's right.
He wrote it.
And there was a lot of talks about that, and then that kind of like died off because I know they're working on it. But
yeah,
that one's gonna be huge. Hopefully.
When are we getting that? When is Rebel Moon?
So action-packed stuff. Bottom line, that's some big action stuff that he's worked on.
Yeah, Prophet.
Okay, I'll be keeping my eye out for this.
Yeah, I don't have many thoughts on Prophet, but do you know what I do have lots of thoughts on, Ryder? It's some of this light news topics, like the first teaser for Succession season 4, which debuted before the House of Dragon premiere or finale last night. Damn, it was a good trailer.
When I tell
quick.
you, I was already crying just hearing that music, dude. What it does to me, it triggers these moments of me, and I'm like, "You're kidding!" I just start getting into it. I'm like, ah.
I was on a podcast with someone last night, and they said Succession's like the closest we'll get to modern day Shakespeare. I was like, this is so funny.
It really is so Shakespearean, man. It's like, having done theater in high school, it's like, man, reminiscent of Hamlet and like some of the best betrayals that Shakespeare wrote. And it's like, oh, it's so good. There were some moments in the trailer. I don't know. We don't have to dive into it. I know it's light, but like all the siblings seem to be going against the father, which is something after 3 seasons we haven't seen before. So could be a good shakeup. And of course, Tom and Greg are together. And
and we also see Tom and Shiv like have a talk, and I'm like, oh god, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt.
I know.
bad.
I'm so excited for that conversation because it's like,
I'm on Team Tom though.
Yeah, I mean, she had it coming. There was a twist at the end of the last season, but it was building. It's very obvious where it was going.
I'm with Tom on almost everything he does.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm with the siblings. Like I want the siblings to succeed, but I also want Tom and Greg to succeed.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't really know.
Dude, Greg is a dark horse. We could see him going like full evil and taking over, which would be great.
It'd be wild.
Doctor Who fans, David Tennant is coming back in a new season for a couple episodes, as well as Catherine Tate. They're gonna be coming back for 3 special episodes in November 2023 with the new Doctor Who is an actor from Sex Education, the show on Netflix. Let's see. Their name is sorry, I'm gonna butcher this. Nkuti Gatwa.
Sweet.
Yeah. So that's the new Doctor Who. But David Tennant's coming back, which I even realized is huge. Like,
yeah, that is giant.
It's like No Way Home. It's like, oh, they're bringing back the old one.
Oh yeah, the Doc Who fans. How many Doctors ago was he?
I want to say 2 or 3. Because it was, it wasn't that old.
How many seasons does each Doctor do? A couple?
Couple, yeah, 3, maybe 2. I'm
so it could be 10 years. It could be 10 years since.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
I don't
years
really know.
wise,
That's a long time. Yeah.
The last Doctor, I think she just wrapped up her last episode in this week or month. So now they're getting ready for the new season. The trailer's out.
They're just coming back for a 3-episode dealio.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. We have Lex Luthor is in league with the Supernatural Titans, season 4, part 1 trailer.
Yeah, but I gotta get back on this because it looks
like Gotham Knights now. So
yeah, anything DC, I'm like, oh, I want to dive back in. The trailer is all right, but I watched a little bit of season 1. It's very mature. Very mature for it.
It looks CW-esque, so I don't know if I'm in.
Yeah, it is.
I heard it like really turns around though. Like season 3 is awesome, but I don't know.
It's pretty violent. Something you should be excited for: Tales of the Jedi coming in 3 days.
Cannot wait for this. Are you kidding me? Qui-Gon Jinn, baby, he's back. We're gonna get Count Dooku's origin story. Oh my god! Like, there's so much good stuff. Ahsoka's back this week. Oh, yeah. Anakin's back this week. Like, oh my god!
What a time! What a time!
It's good time. Good time to be a Star Wars fan.
I guess real quick, I do want to ask you about Endor because now I feel like we haven't talked about it. I'm sorry, I figured we'd talk about that at the end. Never mind.
Do it, yeah. Ask me.
Well, yeah. So, what'd you think of Endor? The last episode? Okay. What'd you think?
I saw up to the heist, so I'm still an episode behind.
Okay. Well, that kind of little arc. What'd you?
I thought it was good. I thought that arc didn't start well. Like, I don't know if I liked. It felt very random. Like after the first arc to like, let's just drop Andor in with these new characters. Also, one of the guys in Andor is from The Bear. I'm watching The Bear right now. Also, how funny is that? It's crazy.
So good.
The arc started a little rocky for me. I was like, I don't know if I love all the characters, and like, their mission seems pointless to Andor's character, but I think that's the point. Is like it is pointless to him, and kind of. Yeah,
you see in episode 7 the fallout of this mission and what it is. Episode 7 is called Announcement. What this is, the significance is, I think this is the first time the rebels have planned an attack against the Empire that was effective and vocal. Like, it was everywhere. Like, everyone's like, what's going on? So, and you see that on the Empire side, kind of talks.
Yeah, I'm excited to see that.
The fallout was really cool.
I really like Andor. I think Andor's really good.
Yeah.
So, excited about that.
I saw that, of course, no one's talking about it, and even that is something to talk about when it's like, yeah, why is it not like, what? There's no cameos. The story is not as action packed. Like, what is it? But,
Yeah, I don't know.
hey, we did our service. I'm trying.
Well, that's the thing. It's interesting.
No.
I did see someone tweet that like they're like, "Oh, I see nobody talking about Andor," but I see 10 of those tweets a week. Like nobody's talking about Andor. Nobody's talking about Andor.
That is
and
talking
there's
about
like,
it.
dude, there's 15 people tweeted this today. Like I saw this. I'm like, that's more people than I see tweet about like I don't know.
I wonder
any
what
other
people are
show in a
looking
day.
for. What are they looking for?
Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird thing. I don't really know how to go about that.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'll take this. Okay, Agatha, Coven of Chaos, starts filming in about a month. It's Catherine Hahn. It's going to be very delicious, she says. I love that descriptive. Delicious.
Everybody knows my thoughts on this story. I could care less. Care less about
We can care less.
Harkness.
We'll see.
Charlie Cox says he owes most of his future career to the Save Daredevil fan campaign. He says, even when I had lost hope years ago, they did not.
I'm so happy to hear about him.
Yeah. I read some Daredevil comics last night, and pretty great. Elektra just became Daredevil, so super dope.
Oh, nice. I have in my wish list the Daredevil Born Again. I want to.
The Frank Miller one?
Yeah, just to read it. Just a regular book on Amazon. And then I also got the Secret Wars, the Jonathan Hickman storyline, because people were saying that's what it's going to be based on.
I have that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my boy Hydra 55, shout out Hydra. When he moved, he shipped me a bunch of his comics that he was just going to get rid of. So I got like tons of Spider-Man comics, tons of Avengers, like the whole Avengers Hickman run.
Oh, is it like real comic or graphic novel book? Oh, wow, I get the real comic.
No, not the singles, but the trade paperbacks. So like the collected ones.
Oh, okay, cool. I was like, man, if you got those comics, that's huge.
No, yeah, just the collected.
Yeah. What, you have like a gold mine you're sitting on? You don't know?
No. I like the collected versions, dude. Like I'm all about it.
They're pretty.
I got 4 things this week actually. I could show right now while you say the next one.
Okay.
I'll grab it.
Well, that's it for really all the light news. But I guess we could talk about House of Dragon next and kind of what we've been watching. But here we go. Let's do these comics.
I got 5 show and tell time. Okay, I got the Court of Owls, the first 2 Court of Owls ones. This run. So super excited to jump into those.
Audio listeners, go to YouTube and you can see these videos. You can see what we're showing.
And then I got this 2 Star Wars: The High Republic ones. These are like, this has 15 issues in the run, and so here's 10. I haven't got 11 through 15 yet, just because I want to read these first. And then I've finished my Daredevil collection and for the Chip Zdarsky Daredevil collection. Got Woman Without Fear. So
that's clean. So you have the whole Daredevil one now, right?
All 39 issues.
Dang.
And then he started back from number 1 again. So
new one, right?
Cool, I'll wait for a couple months till they have the versions out, the collected ones.
Nice, that's sick. Recently, I know we're still talking about comics. Alien. Marvel just started a brand new Alien series, so they're only on 1.
Nice.
But it is like violent and it is like super gritty, and the art on it is like, I have it all saved on my wish list because I do want to get it to see. Just Alien,
Yeah, dude, I love that.
Now that they have it. So I've been watching a lot of Nathan For You. Trying to get to that because apparently he's leaving HBO.
Yeah, which is dumb.
Yeah.
Right after they put the rehearsal in, he has this renowned fame again. Yeah.
Dude, when I tell you this show is so original, I'm dying probably like once a night, laughing my butt off.
It's pretty hilarious. I've only watched a couple episodes here and there, but I would like to watch more. And he's got the movie at the end of Nathan For You, so I'm excited to watch that eventually.
Really? Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Okay.
The last episode is like an hour and a half, and it's kind of
man.
Like you can see that movie inspired the rehearsal.
Really? Okay.
Something about like a Bill Gates impersonator or something like that. I don't really know.
Yeah. No, yeah. Okay. I got you.
I'm excited to see it. I don't really know it. Yeah.
Something else I recommend, dude. If you got the time on Netflix, Unsolved Mysteries. If you're into spooky,
I do like the spooky stuff.
Unsolved Mysteries, literally that.
Yeah.
That's just check out. They got the first 3 episodes. Next 3 come out next week, and then 3 after that.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
Love that. I haven't been watching too much. I watched the House of Dragon finale last night, which was absolutely incredible. I think we should record a post-series wrap-up.
Rest in peace, my boy. I won't say who, but my boy.
Yeah.
boy.
So people gotta die. People gotta
die. It happens.
And then Andor. I still haven't caught up, and Rings of Power is still behind. Movie-wise, I watched Thoroughbreds. Okay. Thoroughbreds is Anya Taylor-Joy and Olivia Cooke, who's Alicent in Game of Thrones, and it's pretty good. It's about a sociopath and her friend.
I
And
I saw
it
a
was
clip on
fascinating.
Twitter. Who's the sociopath and who's the friend? Is it?
Olivia Cook's the sociopath.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Allison.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because there was a clip going around where Anya was like, "You're weird, you're crazy, you're psycho," like calling her out or something.
Yeah, she's
Right?
mean. She's mean to her. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, "What is this?"
The story like lacked meaning. Like I wanted to like really it was building up to really like mean a lot. And I felt like at the end it like didn't. It was like okay,
Dang.
it was a good movie though. It was
Mhm.
they're really good. Olivia Cook and Anya Taylor-Joy are fantastic
Mhm.
together. So
Okay.
that's
Great.
it. That's all I've watched this week.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gents. What a fun! It's been a crazy week. It's been lots of good stuff's coming out. Stay tuned. Hopefully, Ant-Man trailer will be coming. Looking forward to that. Jonathan Majors.
That's a freaking movie.
I saw Last Black Man in San Francisco.
What'd you think?
Dude, it was beautiful, man. Dude, when you said I'm emo when I hear that music, man. When
It's
I hear
so-
that music, I was like, ooh, I don't know why. It was making me think of stuff that like memories
Yeah.
I haven't even had. You know, I was like, what? And I know it hit
Dude,
because San Fran for you.
There's one piece that like really sticks with me for that movie, and it's when the main character. Oh my god, I forget his name. Do you remember his name?
No, I'm sorry.
He's on the bus. He's on the bus, and there's people just talking a lot of shit. Just these
Mhm.
like these girls on the bus, just like
Oh yeah.
complaining about everything, and she's like, "I hate San Francisco," and he's like, "You can't hate San Francisco." He's like, "You can't hate something unless you love it."
Mm-hmm.
And that like I don't know why that sticks with me for so long. Is like that I feel like that rings so true in a lot of things. Like obviously that one they're talking about the city itself, but that rings true for so many things. You can't hate something unless you really love it. It's good.
Mhm. Yeah,
I think about that scene a lot.
that one hit. Just the whole kind of concept of cherishing something and kind of taking care of something is so, I don't know, meaningful. You know what I mean? We don't get that a lot in movies, and
Yeah.
it was so beautiful because it's so simple, but it's like
Simple,
is
it's just a
that's
house, just a
movies to
house.
me. Yeah, that's movies to me. Like
Dude,
the beauty and
oh,
Jonathan Majors. God, I'm telling you, he is my favorite. He's like getting to my favorite actor.
He's so good in this. He's playing a totally different character than we see now. Like it's
Mhm.
than we see the roles he's taking right now. You know, like in
Yeah.
this he's very understated and quiet, kind of in Last Black Man in San Francisco, and now he's going to be playing the ultimate bad guy ever in
The ultimate.
you know Avengers,
And
he's
even
going to be playing the bad
Creed
guy in
and-
Creed. Yeah, like
He is
big
going
powerful people.
in,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's crazy.
Love it. But yeah, thanks for that recommendation, bro. That was good for the
I'm glad,
soul, you know?
That soundtrack is so good.
Yeah. When you're in San Francisco.
Exactly.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, there it is.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gents. Hey, if you want to check out what we're watching, what we're doing, follow us on Twitter at Bobashinga, at Mr. Hollywood. You can find us there. And TikTok and all of our social media will be linked down below if you're listening on audio podcast and all that good stuff. But we appreciate you all listening. This was a shorter episode, but hey, so it's a sweet little package for y'all. But everybody,
That was great.
yeah, have a good week. Let us know what content you're watching and what you're up to in life. And thanks for the support.
Peace out.